I actually never had dogs growing up. You know, I've always liked dogs. Decided to look into getting one, and I wanted to adopt. And so I remember I was looking online at the shelters and what dogs they had, and there was one that kind of piqued my interest. And when I got there, he had been adopted. And so I was like, all right, well, let me just walk in the back and see if there's any other dogs. You know, all the dogs were jumping up and being dogs, and that's fun. And then I remember Levi just kind of sitting in the corner in one of the kennels, just being such a good dog. So I adopted him. A couple years later, I was kind of considering maybe getting another dog, just so Levi had someone to run around with and play with and keep each other company, and wasn't, you know, quite ready to pull the trigger. I remember I was sitting there editing, and I have a window right in front of me, and I kind of saw the back of a black dog kind of like in the front yard for a split second. And it was Luna. So I lured her into the backyard with some treats, and she just instantly got along with Levi, instantly got along with me. I took her to the shelter, you know, to try to find her owner, but I did tell them, if no one claims her, I'm gonna keep her, you know. Kept her, and her and Levi were fast friends, and you know, over the years since I've gotten them, we've been on tons of adventures. Hiking all over Georgia in the mountains, running through snow, ice, waterfalls. And we've been good partners ever since. Yeah, my name is Eric Downey. I live in Beaufort, South Carolina, right on the coast. I actually make YouTube videos for a living, so kind of an interesting lifestyle. But what comes with that is a lot of travel. And so I'm all over the United States traveling, and I was actually just passing through Cheyenne on my way to Idaho to spend some time with the pups in the wilderness. So do some hiking and exploring, and then doing some work too. About midday was on our way out. We were on the interstate, and all of a sudden, an 18-wheeler rear-ended us and sent us off of the highway. We rolled, they said probably 6 to 8 times. My truck ended up on its side. I remember asking about, you know, my 2 dogs. They said one's running around and won't let anyone come up to him. She runs around a lot. And at first it seemed like Levi was okay. I guess he was sitting up, just kind of panting. But after the accident, they took me in the ambulance. I got a call. I think I might have been at the hospital at this point. Luckily, Luna was only suffered relatively minor injuries. Levi had some internal bleeding. I think at first they thought he might be okay, but upon further inspection, it was just a lot worse. And then they realized. I remember she called and said essentially we could send him off to another place, and there's a very, very small chance that they might be able to do something, but he is in a lot of pain. And so I just remember being silent for probably 60 seconds, just having no idea what to do. And I just asked her what her recommendation was. She felt like it would be best for Levi if he was put down. So I had her do that, but she was very kind and she was very thoughtful. And she said that she was going to take care of everything. I remember she mentioned that I don't need to worry about Luna. I don't need to worry about what's happening with all of that. She just needed my permission on what to do next. You know, in that moment after an accident, there's so much going on. You know, I'm thinking about my dogs, and I'm thinking about Levi, and I'm thinking about my health. I'm thinking about, you know, what kind of surgeries am I going to have to be in? I'm in a ton of pain in that moment. I'm thinking about my family who has no idea what has happened yet. My plate is so full that her saying, "We've got your dogs taken care of." And hearing that just from a stranger who doesn't know me, who doesn't know my dogs, but was able to step in at that moment and just say, "I've got this taken care of," I really can't put into words how much that meant to me. not just in that moment, but in the days following, and even right now. I mean, y'all are still taking care of Luna right now, because I can't take care of her. That's been one huge part of this that I just haven't had to worry about at all. And so I can't thank you guys enough. Y'all have been incredible, seriously.
I know.
We finally brought him. She's been like, I've been looking for him every day. Linda, oh,
Thank you so much. Sweetheart.
For any donors considering donating to this, I would say that I know that giving money can be difficult because you don't know what that money is going to be used for, or if it's going to be used appropriately. And I have firsthand experience with what those donors' money is going to go towards. I have firsthand experience with how it's going to change people and animals' lives. And so I would say to any donors that are considering donating that your dollar will go a long way. It will go a long way in the lives of humans and in the lives of pets. The kindness of strangers stepping in and making such a huge impact in my life has meant a lot. And I know that I'm going to be donating a significant amount because I want other people to be able to have that safety net too. I want other animals to be able to have that safety net too. And I've seen firsthand how big of an impact it can make in people and animals' lives. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys.